It's pretty crazy mobbing through that stuff, isn't it? Ah! What's up guys, Tommy Bennett here, and today I'm gonna give you the ultimate guide on how to ride trees. Now, we're not gonna start by just diving into some gnarly trees. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down our turns on the run so we can make them super short radius, and that applies to these really tight trees. So we're gonna learn how to do turns outside of the trees, and then we're gonna take those into moguls, which is a very good way to test to see how our turn is without the consequences of actually like running into a tree. And then finally, we're gonna bring it into the trees. So make sure you stay tuned. We're gonna go through everything from the beginning to the end so that you guys kill it when it comes to trees. Woo! All right guys, so the very first thing that we gotta know how to do to be awesome at trees and having fun exploring trees is you gotta be able to turn super quick and super tight. So what we're gonna talk about is two things. It's called an anticipatory turn. Essentially, when you do a toe side or hillside turn, you wanna get your lead shoulder going in that direction. Now, I'm not saying throwing your shoulder in the direction. What I'm saying is get your shoulder in a position, there we go. Get your shoulder in a position that's gonna help you do knee steering. So an anticipatory position allows my shoulder to help me go this way, but it's really allowing me to have my shoulder, hip, and knee stacked on top of each other. And then what you wanna do when you're doing a toe side turn is you wanna take your knee and you wanna squish it down. Why that's awesome is because it allows you to make a sharper and quicker turn, as well as being able to control your speed a little bit better. So if this is a C turn, you're getting your turn started a little bit earlier, and then as soon as you get to this part of the turn, you're actually being able to skid and manage our speed by skidding our turn or like sliding our turn. Now, when it comes to our heel side, we essentially want our shoulder, lead shoulder to open up. Now, I'm gonna be in a position where my weight is leaning back, and then all I gotta do is take my knee and I open it up. As I open it up, it's gonna get that early edge engagement, and the rest of your board is gonna follow. It makes turns really tight, really quick, and really awesome. I know we got super nerdy, so let's go snowboard, let's talk, let's get it. As you guys saw there, I was able to actually crank out some really tight and short radius turns. Instead of having my turns be super long, imagine doing that in the trees, you're probably gonna get wrecked. But if I can do these really tight turns and make them really short and close to each other, that's really mimicking what it's like to actually go through the trees. And the more you can get your board to go across the fall line, the more you're gonna be able to slide your turns and manage your speed. Now, when you're in trees, you don't wanna go fast and go out of control. So the more that you can nail these turns outside of the trees, it's gonna make riding trees like 1,006 times easier. It's actually gonna be super sick. So next, what you can do is apply that same tactic to some moguls. All right guys, we're at the top of the moguls. Now, moguls, like I said, are a great way to make sure that you can test your skills before you have high consequences of actually being in the trees. So I'm just gonna rip through some trees real quick. What I want you guys to watch is how my lead shoulder is anticipating the turn and my knees are helping get that turn started. So we're gonna go ride some moguls, and then we're gonna go dive into some trees next, because that's why we're here. All right, let's get it. So after you've done the short radius turns and you've done some bumps and you feel pretty awesome when it comes to your turns, next you want to find a run where the trees are actually super spread out, because if they're super tight, you have to be 100% on point. And if you're not quite there yet, it's gonna be super scary and may end up being a terrible experience. So what we're gonna do, we're actually at Breckenridge, and there is a kid adventure zone where it's super awesome because you get to get introduced into the tree without the super tight trees. After you go into an adventure zone, you can try to find some more trees that are a little bit wider so that you have time to process all this information while you're in the tree. So let's go find this adventure zone. Woo! So we found this really sick kid zone, and what's nice about it is it's about a cat width wide, and we're able to like practice our turns in here without the crazy consequences. So see if your resort at your home has this, because this is a great place to actually get into the trees without getting into the trees. All right, you guys ready? This is a super awesome run to start getting into the trees, but you could also come back here, do this run again because you know what it is. And then let's say there's a couple random trees that are throughout the turn or throughout the run, you can start dipping in just a little bit and then come back out to the main run or the main catwalk in here. So you like dip in, test out like 1 or 2 trees, come back to the main run, dip back in, dip back out. It's actually a really cool tactic because you're not fully committed 100% to going in the crazy woods. You can just dabble in it, come back out. And most importantly, I want you to build your confidence and know that you can trust your turn. That's the main point here. If you can trust your turn, then you can get into those tighter turns. You can start going faster and then you feel like a boss. So let's make sure that you're being able to lace those turns, start progressing them through like a run like this, and then dabble a little bit. And then you're gonna have a good time. So let's get into some more like a little bit more techie trees. Let's keep it going. The other bonus thing for you, do not stare at the tree. If you're looking dead center to the tree, you're gonna run into the tree. You actually wanna look around the tree and then you're gonna feel like a boss. So let's keep going. All right, so we're gonna try something. Essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film a POV, kind of like showing you where I'm going, and then start to visualize, okay, as you're watching this video, where should you be looking? So you guys can actually start practicing that right now, like at home. So where should you be looking? And in the video, you're gonna try to look 3 trees ahead so you can start anticipating what's going on. So I want you to try that now so that we can start training your mind and your body to like kill it in the trees. All right, so let's get it. So I got Jack Lee here.
What's going on, guys?
Who's an insane ripper, and he's gonna give us a tip and tricks. But I also got athlete Steph.
Hello.
She's gonna give us a quick tip trick on how to be more awesome at trees. What do you got for us?
My tip is always be looking like a little bit more ahead than you're riding, because it's so easy to get like suddenly a tree appears in front of you and you're like, oh my God, what do I do? So you've really got to be making sure that you're like planning your path as you're going through, because otherwise it's so easy just to like hit a stump or hit a rock and then you get a core shot and you're like, wow, that was fun. So yeah, that's my tip.
Dude, actually so sick. All right, Jack, what do you got for us now?
All right, I like to keep my weight a little bit more forward than my normal riding. That helps me be ready to change edges and make turns and maneuvers last second. If your weight's back, you get a little more edge locked, but with your weight a little bit more forward, you're just ready for whatever is gonna happen to you next, and you can be really quick edge to edge, and that's essential for navigating through those trees.
Make sure you guys check out their stuff down below. We do a Premier Snow Academy vlog every single week, so let's check that out, and then check out their Instagrams.
Follow Tommy if you want to snowboard like a real boss.
Oh, let's go. Oh God, we gotta get off the chair. Ah! All right guys, so we had a little bit of trouble with the GoPro, kept dying on us, but I wanted to end it here. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of that progression. And is there anything else that I missed? Definitely let me know down below. Trees can open up a whole new level of riding, and you get to go to places that are super new, you get to explore, and you get to find some POW stashes. So let me know if this video helped. And I go live every Tuesday at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So make sure you hit that up if you got any kind of questions talking about boards, talking about places to ride, or anything like that. So definitely hit that up. And then thanks Johnathan for shooting this video and helping me film everything. Make sure you guys check out his channel up here, and then like and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Woo!